Welcome back, my name is LastKnownMeal and today we're going to talk about Cyberpunk Red and all the new characters that were introduced a couple of days ago. Besides them, we're also going to talk about attributes, gear, cyberware and how it benefits our character and how it's going to translate into Cyberpunk 2077. But before we go into that, to all the Witcher fans out there, the Witcher tabletop RPG easy mode is now available on DriveThruRPG for free, so you can download the PDF straight away. Easy mode is a 24-page booklet that introduces you into the universe and the interlock system with simplified rules because tabletop RPGs have a learning curve, but this is especially for people who want to go into this for the first time. It comes with pre-generated characters and quests like Luskar of Hag, who is a Witcher, Ada of Banart, that is a human man-at-arms, and various other stuff like abbreviated version of the life path system, etc, etc, or create your own adventure. Link is down below. But now let's go back to Cyberpunk Red Jumpstart kit. So the kit itself comes with 6 almost completed characters. They are also known as edge runners. You can play them straight out of the box, so that is a huge plus for people that want to just jump into it. So the first one is 40 and she is a rocker. Using her guitar and her voice, she sings the words of truth, trying to change the world one show at a time. Then a fixer called Grease, who makes deals for a living. That's especially important in the world of Cyberpunk Red, since it is often fixers, not your local market, who can get you what you need to survive until tomorrow, again, for a price. If you're going to compare, let's say, a fixer from 2077, Dexter Deshawn is a fixer. He finds people that are going to do a job and he basically gets stuff done. So imagine them like producers, in a way. Solo is called Mover. His gun is for hire. He might work for a corp today, a fixer tomorrow, and the local church in the day after. Everyone needs a fighter in the world of Cyberpunk, so in your group, he is going to be, someone who's actually going to take the bullets and fire those bullets as well. Then we have Netrunner called Red Eye, and this is a new world for her profession in Cyberpunk Red. She'll be part of the team going on site and into danger so she can plug her brain directly into the computers she needs to hack. No more net surfing from the couch. And this is a huge gameplay change, especially after the last corporate war, where the net was changed forever, and now you have to go on site to directly hack. The world did change and became more post-apocalyptic in a way, with people scavenging for most stuff and making things from old tech pieces, so that is why also netrunners had to change after the net was supposedly destroyed, and what you have to do now is actually connect to everything you want to hack. So you'll have to also take care of your netrunner because he or she is not going to be somewhere far away for you to go on the mission, and the netrunner just covers you from all the way like other part of the city. Next we have Racer. She is a nomad, and nomads changed a lot in this post-war country. They didn't live inside Night City all that much, so they were the only ones that didn't suffer huge losses to both lives and assets after the nuclear bomb went off and the corporate war was finished. They actually adapted the fastest and now control most of the ports and goods being transported all over the place, but Racer is a part of that pack and an expert behind the wheel. And the last but not the least is Torch, who is a techie. He is extremely important in this world because, as I said before, you will use most of the scrap to just make stuff, and honestly, not having a techie in this group is, in my opinion, a major disadvantage, especially in the world of Cyberpunk Red. Of course, you are free to rename and change these characters however you want. Next up are statistics. Pretty straightforward. You have intelligence, willpower, cool, empathy, technique, reflexes, luck, body, dexterity, and movement. These are your basic stats, and when you look at them, it's going to be interesting to see how much these stats affect the gameplay in 2077. One thing I always say and repeat is that I want different dialogue if my intelligence is low, for example, or high in that scenario. Also, cool is important as a stat. It's not only important for the tabletop RPG, but imagine having your cool high in 2077. That opens up new possibilities and new dialogue option, and in my opinion that is closely connected with street cred, so keep a lookout for both. When it comes to health, they're keeping things simple. You start with a number of hits, then you take damage, those hits go down. If they go down too much, you're seriously wounded and start taking penalties for your action. If it drops to 0, well, don't let it. Then the skills, every edge runner has their own complement of 12 skills. Some of those skills revolve around their role, like Artelsorium put it, the tech has a basic tech skill and the rocker has a performance skill. But you do have general skills like for combat and social interactions, so your party doesn't have to be full with 6 players and every single role you won't fail the mission, so your characters can adapt, and most of these roles are now changeable, so you will be able to kinda mix your stats and your roles as the session and missions go on. Also, role special skills won't be in Jumpstart kit. They are not included to make things simple and smooth for new players, but they are not going to abandon them. They will be revised and included in Cyberpunk Red core rulebook. Remember, Jumpstart kit is just an introduction, it's not the final Cyberpunk Red. Cyberpunk Red core rulebook is coming out later. Also, gear is going to be shortened in this Jumpstart kit. You start with armor, which is divided into head and body in terms of zones to help combat move quicker. Every runner has a possession of weapons and gear pieces, so you don't have to worry about that. That list is of course going to be extended in the source book, which is coming out later. And of course, Cyberware, the one and only, is there. For example, Nomad has a Cyber Eye that has low light vision to eliminate perception penalties in dark spaces, and Solo has built-in targeting system to give a bonus to, let's say, ranged attacks. There are cyber weapons, cyber limbs, interface plugs, and much more. But hey, that is everything they wrote. Jumpstart kit is going to be available on Gen Con August 1st, and of course on DriveThruRPGs as a PDF file. By the way, stay tuned for some exciting Cyberpunk Red stuff, you won't be disappointed. And as always, tell me down below what you think about this. Also smash that like and subscribe button and join our amazing community on Twitter and Discord. This is LKM signing out, and stay classy everyone. Bye bye.